In recent months, Japan has been quietly transforming the way everyday people interact with digital money. Something big is happening behind the scenes, and most people outside Japan have barely noticed it. But if you understand this shift, you begin to see where the future of payments, banking, and crypto might be heading globally. And one of the biggest triggers for this change came from an unexpected partnership: Binance Japan teaming up with PayPay, the country's most popular mobile payment service. To understand why this matters, imagine a world where buying crypto becomes as easy as paying for a cup of coffee. No long steps, no complicated bank transfers, no waiting hours for deposits to clear. Just one tap, and instantly your money turns into digital assets like Bitcoin or Ethereum. That's exactly what users in Japan can now do. And while this sounds simple, the implications are massive. PayPay is already a giant in Japan, and its presence can be felt in almost every corner of daily life. With more than 63 million users, it has grown from being just another digital payment app to becoming a major part of Japan's modern financial identity. People use PayPay the same way they use their house keys or mobile phones. It's always with them, always ready, always reliable. You walk into a convenience store late at night and the cashier expects you to pay with PayPay. You visit a barber shop tucked away in a small neighborhood, and the barber has a PayPay QR code taped to the mirror. You rush through a busy train station during peak hours, and vending machines, food stalls, and even ticket counters accept PayPay without hesitation. It has blended so deeply into everyday routines that many Japanese citizens barely notice how often they rely on it. It simply works, and that quiet reliability is what makes it powerful. This level of adoption did not happen overnight. PayPay grew because it understood something essential about Japanese culture: efficiency, convenience, and trust. Japan is a country that takes pride in systems that run smoothly. People don't like unnecessary complications. When something is easy and consistent, they adopt it quickly. PayPay fit perfectly into that mindset. It made payments fast, eliminated the need to carry coins, and gave users cashback rewards that made the experience even more enjoyable. Soon, millions of people were using it several times a day, building a relationship with the app that went far beyond basic transactions. PayPay became part of everyday life, a habit that people didn't have to think about. Now imagine what happens when a platform with this level of influence connects directly with a global crypto exchange like Binance. It's like opening a new door inside a mall that everyone already visits daily. The moment that door opens, foot traffic naturally flows into the new space because people are already there. They don't have to change their habits, learn a new system, or trust a new platform. Everything feels familiar, safe, and convenient. This is exactly what PayPay's integration with Binance creates: a direct bridge between traditional digital money and the rapidly expanding world of crypto. Before this integration, entering the crypto space required several steps: linking a bank account, waiting for verification, learning how exchanges work, understanding transfers, and dealing with delays. It felt intimidating for beginners and time-consuming for experienced users. But now, with PayPay becoming a gateway, millions of users can cross that bridge without feeling like they are venturing into something complicated or risky. They are simply using a platform they know well, taking a small step into crypto using money that is already stored in their digital wallet. This matters because convenience is the real driver of mass adoption. Technology becomes mainstream, not when it becomes innovative, but when it becomes easy. Think about how people shifted from cash to card, from card to contactless, and now from contactless to QR payments. Each transition happened because the new method reduced friction, not because it introduced something radically new. PayPay making crypto purchases instant and familiar lowers that friction even more. It reduces the mental barrier that stops people from trying something new. When buying Bitcoin becomes as simple as buying a sandwich, millions more people will consider it. This bridge between PayPay and Binance also represents a merging of two financial worlds that once seemed separate. On one side is traditional digital money, organized, regulated, and widely trusted. On the other side is crypto, fast, global, decentralized, and full of opportunity. Most people don't cross this gap because it feels too wide. But when a trusted system like PayPay extends a hand and says, "You can step across safely," the fear disappears. People begin to explore, they experiment without hesitation, and they slowly become part of the crypto ecosystem. For many Japanese users, the shift will feel natural. They already trust PayPay with daily payments, and that trust extends to anything PayPay connects with. If they see an option inside Binance to use PayPay money instantly, they will see it as a continuation of what they already do: spending, transferring, managing, and now investing. This is how behaviors change quietly. There won't be a dramatic moment where millions suddenly become crypto investors. Instead, they will slowly start buying a little Bitcoin here, a bit of Ethereum there, simply because it's convenient and accessible. That is the power of this integration. It doesn't force change. It invites it. It doesn't require effort. It removes it. And when a financial system reaches that point, when the bridge between two worlds becomes smooth and effortless, it opens the door to a future where traditional digital payments and crypto do not compete but coexist. Millions of people can now cross that bridge without even realizing how big a step they're taking. Before this integration, if you wanted to buy crypto in Japan, the process was similar to what most countries still follow. You link your bank account, wait for verification, send a transfer, wait again, hope it goes through, then finally buy crypto. For beginners, this process feels slow and confusing. Many people simply give up halfway. But now, with PayPay money added as a payment method inside Binance, the entire process becomes instant. There is no banking delay, no fee surprises, and no complicated steps. People can go from holding digital yen to holding Bitcoin in seconds. This is not just a small upgrade, it is a shift in how societies treat digital money. Because when something becomes extremely easy, people start doing it without hesitation. That's how adoption grows, that's how behaviors change, and that's how new financial systems quietly replace old ones. Japan has already been moving toward digital payments for years. While it remains a country that still loves cash, the younger generation in urban regions have embraced mobile wallets at an incredible speed. PayPay's rise has been so fast that in some places, cashiers prefer receiving digital payments over handling coins and bills. People tap their phones to pay for food, utilities, travel, and even medical bills. So now that this same balance can be used to buy crypto instantly, Japan is connecting the dots between the digital economy and the decentralized economy. For Binance, this partnership isn't just a feature, it's a strategy. After strict regulations forced major exchanges to either shut down or follow tougher rules, Binance redesigned its Japan operations entirely. Instead of fighting the system, they leaned into it. They built a compliant exchange that meets Japanese standards. And then, by pairing with PayPay, they opened the doors to millions of users who already know how to use digital wallets but may still be new to crypto. This move gives Binance a powerful advantage in one of the world's most sophisticated financial markets. On the user side, something interesting happens as well. When buying crypto becomes instant, people stop thinking of it as a complicated investment. It begins to feel normal, almost like buying anything else online. A college student paying with PayPay can now buy a little Bitcoin for the same price as a coffee. A small business owner can convert some spare digital yen into USDT or BNB in seconds. A commuter waiting for a train can top up their crypto holdings instantly. When technology becomes that accessible, adoption does not just grow, it accelerates. But this story is not only about convenience, it's also about competition. Japan is watching the rest of the world shift rapidly. Countries like Singapore, UAE, and Hong Kong are pushing forward with crypto innovation. Europe has introduced new regulations encouraging growth. Even the US, despite its tight rules, is moving with massive institutional involvement. For Japan, staying ahead means making digital currencies easy, safe, and part of everyday life. If millions of people already use PayPay, and if PayPay now leads them into crypto effortlessly, Japan might position itself at the center of the next financial wave. Another important part of this development is trust. People trust PayPay because they already use it daily. When a trusted platform becomes a channel for buying crypto, the psychological barrier reduces. People feel safer experimenting with digital assets. They know they can convert yen to Bitcoin instantly without putting their bank information somewhere new. This sense of trust, combined with ease of use, becomes the fuel for mass adoption. There's also a deeper layer. For years, many countries resisted crypto because banks feared losing control. But now something different is happening. Instead of blocking crypto, large financial ecosystems are beginning to merge with it. They see opportunity instead of threat. When mobile wallets like PayPay start powering crypto purchases, it signals that the future financial system will be a hybrid, not fully traditional, not fully decentralized, but a blend of both. Japan's move is one of the clearest examples of this new direction. And for everyday users, this shift can have surprising long-term effects. With faster access to crypto, more people may start exploring new ways to save, invest, and participate in digital economies. They may try out stablecoins for remittances, experiment with blockchain-based games, or learn about decentralized finance. What once felt like a world for tech experts becomes accessible to ordinary people with one tap. When you zoom out, Japan's integration of PayPay with Binance becomes more than just a minor upgrade to a payment system. It turns into a quiet turning point that signals how societies evolve financially. Most people won't feel that anything dramatic has happened. They'll simply notice that buying crypto has become a little easier, a little faster, a little smoother. But it's exactly these small, almost invisible shifts that later create massive changes. What looks like a simple feature is actually the merging of two very different financial worlds, one traditional and familiar, the other modern and revolutionary. For decades, people have relied on certain routines when it comes to money. They deposit their salary into a bank, use cash or cards for payments, and think of investments as something separate, complicated, and sometimes intimidating. These habits stay the same for years because financial systems move slowly. People feel comfortable sticking with what they know. But when a technology comes along that doesn't force them to change their habits, yet still opens a door to new possibilities, they start adopting it without resistance. PayPay connecting with Binance does exactly that. It doesn't ask users to leave their comfort zone. It simply places the future of finance within reach, inside a platform they already trust. This is how real revolutions in finance begin. They don't arrive with big announcements or aggressive pushes. They arrive quietly, hidden behind convenience. Think about how online banking replaced physical branches, or how smartphones replaced traditional wallets for payments. Nobody woke up one morning deciding to abandon their old ways. Change happened because new tools made life easier. Over time, those tools became habits, and those habits became the new normal. Japan's PayPay Binance integration is following the same pattern. The beauty of this transformation is that it feels completely natural to the user. A person who has been using PayPay for groceries, train tickets, and daily shopping will now use it to buy crypto with the same level of comfort. There's no sense of entering a new risky environment. Instead, it feels like a natural extension of what they already do. The technology blends into their routine so smoothly that they may not even realize they're participating in a larger financial shift. And this is the secret behind every major technological leap. It never feels like a leap when it happens. It feels like a simple step. But those simple steps, taken by millions of people, change the direction of entire economies. When old habits meet new technology in a way that feels safe and intuitive, society transitions without friction. People slowly adopt new patterns, one tap at a time. Japan's decision to integrate PayPay with Binance might look small today, but it lays the foundation for a future where digital currencies become part of the everyday financial landscape. It shows how revolutions don't always shout, they sometimes whisper. They begin through ease, not difficulty. Through comfort, not confusion. Through habits, not pressure. And by the time people realize something big has changed, the change has already settled quietly into their daily lives. The future of money is becoming simpler, faster, and more digital. And Japan, through this one decision, has taken a big step forward. What happens next will depend on how quickly people adopt this convenience and how other countries respond. But one thing is clear. If buying crypto becomes as easy as tapping your phone, the world of finance is about to change far faster than anyone expects.